Well, lots of dreams coming true for you now with all this new music and everything. I know everybody out here has been loving Don't Mind If I Do.
Yeah, it's such a fun song, and with my producer, we really just wanted to create music. We wanted to create something that people could kind of have like a little 3 minute escape from what the past year and a half has been, and just have fun with it. And I think that really comes through in the song. We just had such a great time recording it. Like, we had all this pent up energy. We're just like, man, we just want to make some fun music. And the song, you know what, my favorite part of it is seeing the Instagram stories or seeing the Snapchats or the TikToks of people like out on the water, out on their boat or whatever, or barbecuing in their backyard with a red Solo cup and listening to the song. I think that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
Definitely. And of course, it's been a really cool way, like you're mentioning, TikTok and all the social media and everything, just to be able to interact with your fans during this last almost 2 years.
Yeah, everything's constantly evolving and changing. But I will say this COVID would have been a lot more of a challenge, I think, for all of us, had we not felt like we could connect in some way, like on social media and TikTok and stuff like that. So, I mean, I guess the silver lining is at least we had TikTok, if that's a silver lining, or Instagram. But especially as an artist, you want to find ways to still connect with your fans because, we're all in this together, and so thank goodness for social media for that. I can't even believe I just said that, but thank goodness for social media.
Yeah, because you're normally not like a big social media kind of guy, right?
I prefer the in-person, face-to-face, spending time with my friends and stuff like that. So I've never been huge in the social media, but my radio promotions team is probably going to kill me for saying this, but I've been having fun with it, and I've learned to enjoy it.
And one thing that you're always having fun with, I always love like the competitions and stuff that you do with like fellow Canadian country artists and everything, from like cooking competitions to drinks, which has led you to your new project here with Crafty Cocktails.
That's right. Yeah. So, I mean, as you may or may not have seen, so I've got a big history of bartending, and it's how I paid for my first couple of records and paid my way through school was playing in bars, and then also bartending like every night that wasn't a weekend night when I was playing, and kind of through that necessity of making some money, making a few bucks to pay for my first records, kind of turned into a bit of a hobby and a passion, because I guess being a creative person, whatever it is you're doing, you want to find fun ways to do it, and you want to find new, exciting, creative ways to do it. And so throughout the pandemic, I'd be posting like different drinks I was making, like just at home, like just for me, not thinking anything of it, and constantly getting feedback from people. How do I make this at home? Like, how do you make these cool cocktails? There's no way I could do this. And so, Crafty Cocktails kind of approached me, and we decided to work together because they're this fabulous company where they send you everything you need to make really fun drinks at home. And so I got to design some cocktails, which was really awesome. And we spent a year finding the perfect ingredients and testing the recipes and retesting the recipes and retesting them and retesting them. I had a few of the cocktails and getting it just right. And it's just been so fun to be able to give people the ability to do this at home and show them that it's actually not as daunting as it seems.
No, definitely. I know, like myself, I'm one of those people that's kind of like, oh, it's kind of daunting, but when you do it, you make it look so easy.
You know what? It's just years of practice. Years of practice.
That's awesome. Now, with the cocktails that you've done, so like how many different cocktails have you come up with?
Yeah, so in the box, you can there's 3 different sizes. The full size is all 3 cocktails. So each cocktail recipe, it makes a bunch of cocktails. It's not just like one drink, but you get a bunch of drinks. So you can go for the 1 recipe, 2 recipe, or 3 recipe. And they're all like a little different. They're all based on rye whiskey, which for me was, really important growing up on the prairies. In the grasslands, rye is really prevalent, and Canada has a lot of the best rye in the world. And for me, highlighting prairie farmers and Canadian farmers was important, as well as, pretty much every ingredient except for lemons and limes, which don't grow in Canada, we source from different parts of Canada. We've got an orange marmalade that's infused with scotch that comes from just a local jam maker in Calgary, and we've got Saskatoon berries, and we've got bitters from the Rocky Mountains. Like, we've got things from all over, so it's pretty cool.
Definitely. Now, one of the drinks here is kind of inspired by your song, isn't it?
They're all inspired by my music, I guess, in a little way. But at the end of the day, I just think it's just fun to have a cocktail, listen to music. Like for me, a lot of my favorite memories of hanging out with my friends are just listening to music or like playing guitar by a campfire and singing and having a drink in your hand. So I thought it was pretty cool to be able to marry the two passions of my music and cocktails.
Yeah, definitely. It's such a cool experience, too, for everybody to be a part of. And I know along with the Crafty Cocktails, you have a show coming up July 31st, right?
That's right. Yeah. So whoever gets a box, as well as, hopefully some grand prize winners, we're going to be putting on a show for people. So I'm really excited about that. Even more exciting, we're going to try and recreate the green room experience. So we're all going to be hanging out on Zoom beforehand. We can make some of the cocktails. I'm going to try and bring in some special guests. And we're just gonna have a great time, and that's because that's what's been missing from all of our lives lately is just kind of that connection. So it's gonna be a blast. We're gonna have a lot of fun with the show, and it's gonna be great.
Awesome! I cannot wait for it, and I know we're gonna have a lot of fun because we're gonna make a drink together, right?
We're gonna make a cocktail. I can't wait.
Oh, that's awesome! I'm excited. So, what are we gonna be making?
Well, you got to tell me first which. I need to take a look at which box you've got.
So I got the Beach Vibes.
The Beach Vibes cocktail, love it. This one, I called it the Beach Vibes because, let's be honest, what sounds more beachy and fun in summertime than the Beach Vibes cocktail? So this one is really great. We've got Saskatoon berries in there. You've got Lavender Pods, which crazy that we were able to find these, but we got some lavender pods. You got fresh rosemary. It's going to be super, super delicious. So if you're ready.
I'm ready. I got my whole setup back here.
Amazing. Okay. So I'm going to take you through this step by step. It's going to be really easy.
Okay.
But first off, we're going to start with our little bag of Saskatoon berries.
Okay.
So you're going to want to get your little, if you've got a little shaker tin or something to, you got it, baby. Perfect. Love it. So we're going to start out, put just probably 4 or 5 Saskatoon berries in. And they are dried, but once you mix them with all the liquid and stuff, they're gonna.
Okay.
What's the word? Rehydrate.
Rehydrate.
Recomposition. I don't know. I'm not technical with the science terminology. Okay, so we have got our Saskatoon berries in. Next, you should have got some of these black and blue bitters.
Okay.
So that's just this little bottle here. So what bitters are is basically just a flavor punch for a cocktail. It's basically just going to add some bitter notes and then whatever else is in here, which is blackberry, blueberry, ginger, cocoa, amazing spices. So we're going to hit this. You're going to unscrew the top.
Okay.
And we want to kind of take see what I'm doing there? A full.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we want to do 3 of those. So we're going to. Pipettes. The technical term for this is a pipette, and I have no idea how I know that.
Look at you, all professional. There you go.
That's the only technical term that I know. Okay. Oh, smells good. All right, so we've got our Saskatoon berries. We've got our bitters in there. Next up, we can hit this with some fresh lemon juice.
Okay.
So easiest way to do this is just to kind of juice half a lemon if it's really juicy, and if it's not, use the whole thing. I'm going to go in with half because I think half is good enough. So we can just go ahead and just squeeze the whole thing. Just squeeze it right in there. And you know what? If you don't get a ton of juice out of it, if it's a little hard, some of these lemons are stubborn, just juice the whole thing in there.
Okay.
That's fine. I got quite a juicy lemon here, so I'm feeling pretty good. Okay. Lemon, we got the bitters, we've got the Saskatoon berries. We're going to hit this with some fresh rosemary.
Okay.
So let's do that next. So we want to take just a little chunk like that off, and we're just going to toss that right in the cocktail. Beauty. We're going to hit this with some lavender pods. Okay. So you should have some of these. I know, these are crazy ingredients.
They're different.
Yeah, so we're going to do honestly, just take a pinch. Just take a pinch and toss them in there. That's going to like add this super floral kind of herbal element to it.
I never would have thought of putting lavender pods in a drink.
Yeah, I get a little weird sometimes, Court. Let's be honest. Okay, couple more things we're going to throw in there.
Okay.
So we have this really good lemon lavender syrup that was made in, I think it was Canmore, Alberta. But it's got these like really cool flavors in there. So we're going to hit this with about an ounce of that. If you've got like a bit of a shot glass or something, if you got a shot glass, just fill it up pretty much all the way.
Okay.
And just toss it. We're just going to go in there. If you like it a little sweeter, put a little more in.
Okay.
That's always totally fine.
There you go.
So the other cool thing about this box, before we continue with this cocktail, is that if you want to make cool mocktails at home, we can send you this particular recipe, and that all the stuff we put in there is going to make a fabulous mocktail. You just go straight to shaking it up, adding soda. So that's an option for people. What if not? We're going to hit this with Canadian rye, the pride of the prairies, as I call it. The recipe calls for 2 ounces. If you're having a bad day, put 2.5 in. If you still got to work, 1.5 is fine. It's anywhere in the middle.
We'll play it safe. We'll go in the middle.
Like. I'm going to go with the recipe here. Go for 2 ounces. Most cocktails you'll find at a restaurant or something, or a double. And let's be honest, we're country, so we have doubles. Okay, we got a lot of flavors and stuff in there. How are you making out?
I'm doing good. I think I got it all done so far. Pretty good.
Beauty. So next up, we want to throw some ice in there.
Okay.
So you probably want to save half your ice for your drink, like for that glass. So we're gonna the rest of that throw in there. Okay. Yeah. We got our ice. We want to seal it up, and then we're going to shake it. We're going to shake it like crazy for 20 seconds. So you ready?
Yeah.
We're going to go 20 seconds. Don't quit on me.
Better stand away from the equipment.
Don't spray it everywhere. Oh, it's an arm workout. Keep going. Keep going.
It's like a shake weight.
Sorry?
Said it's almost like the shake weight.
I know. All right, that's probably good there. Okay, we got it all shaken up. If you have something to, I got a little water in here. If you got something to strain it with, that's cool. If not, it's not a big deal. I don't know if do you have a strainer there?
I do, yeah, there's a strainer in my glass.
Perfect. So just strain it straight into your fresh glass.
Okay.
I don't have a strainer on me, so I'm going to have to go old school here. Just like Tom Cruise in the movie Cocktail. Courtney, you're probably too young to know that one. Okay, I'm all strained up. I got some fresh ice in my glass. You'll want to put a little ice in there, strain it up on top. Right. How you making out? You all strained up?
Good. All strained up and iced.
Beauty. Now we're going to top it with a little bit of soda. So you should have a little can of soda there. I've been making a lot of these, so I have the big boy bottle of Canada Dry. Of course, it's got to be Canadian.
Exactly.
And we're just going to top it. So fill it to the top.
Okay.
With soda. If you have something to stir it with, a knife or a spoon, literally, we don't want to stir too much because then the soda's going to lose its fizziness, but you just want to like stick your spoon in there and just kind of like give it like a little bit of a mix up like that. That's pretty much all you got to do. It's just like move everything around in there just to get it all sorted. And now we can go in with some fun garnishes because we're a little bit extra like that. So we got a couple of our berries that we have left over. So we're going to put a few of those just on top. We have these fun dehydrated lemon wheels that we had lemons that we put in the dehydrator. So these are fun. Smells good. We could toss that on top if we want. And we could take some of this fresh rosemary. You could take a little more off your sprig if you want, and we could just put it on top there. And there we have the Beach Vibes cocktail. How does yours look?
Perfect. You know what? Not bad for somebody that's first time.
Not bad at all. Okay, cheers. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, cheers. Woo!
That's really good.
That's great.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can taste like the lavender and everything in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And again, like this is something where we send you way more than you need of like the syrup and the lavender, and the bitters are going to last you a long, long time. Like everything for the most part is going to like last you, other than like the lemons and limes, more than a few cocktails. So you'll have these things around the house. So then you can play around with it. You know, you can go pick up a grapefruit if you want. And you can kind of like use the lavender and the syrup and make like a grapefruit cocktail with whiskey or something. And that's what this box for me is all about. Is just showing people that, you know, like you can have fun with it at home, and you can kind of make it your own, and you don't have to be intimidated when you go to a cocktail bar and you order like a fancy cocktail, because you don't know what half the ingredients are. But it's like it's not intimidating. It can be super, super easy.
Exactly. And of course, for people that are making these drinks at home and getting ready for the show and everything on the 31st, what would be like some of the perfect food pairings? Because I know you're a foodie, you like to do all that kind of stuff too. What would be some like the perfect ones maybe for like this beach vibes?
You know what? This beach vibes screams fun summer food to me. I'm thinking tacos. I'm thinking barbecued chicken or burgers or steaks. I'm thinking corn on the cob. You know, I'm just thinking you're on the back deck or you're out on the beach having a hot dog, whatever it is. Fun summer food. I think you can't go wrong, right? Because it's summertime. We all have to be outside. So why not have a cocktail and a little bit of food out there?
Definitely. Well, that's fantastic. How can people get these crafty cocktail kits, David?
Yeah, so the link is in my bio for all of my social media. It's on my website. You can head over to craftycocktails.ca if you want. But if you're looking for me or you're following me, it's super easy to find. I post about it all the time because people are enjoying it so much. So it's super, super easy to find. And I'm really excited to get to perform on the 31st for everyone.